Well, welcome back everybody to Calizari System Survival. We're up to episode 21. Now, if you recall from last episode, we reconfigured our uranium and magnesium mining rigs there, and we continued on our design of our ship over here by adding in the the refinery, and we did actually put an assembler in here. Now I figured we'd actually just continue on with this. This is pretty much going to become the priority for this point, so we can start getting an orbital capable ship finished and start checking out up there somewhere. So with that said, we might just quickly do a real quick scout around to our different mining platforms and just check on their progress primarily. Now, thinking we might take... I think we'll take Mule, but I'm also thinking we might empty it of all materials, which actually it should be... Yeah, no, that's right, I've been using it for construction. So we'll actually empty it of all materials, and that's a simple matter of... We'll just... did it again... We'll just get rid of our Tim setup here, that way Tim will actually pull all these materials out when we dock it up. Okay, good, and perfect. Wrong way. And do your stuff, Tim. Medium. Empty. I think we'll speed that along. Like that. Yes. Okay. Right, so now we're nice and empty. If there are any materials that we can pick up, we can pick them up. And I know there's some silicon in over at our uranium spot, so we'll be able to pick that up. What have we got over here? I don't think it's been mining long enough to actually get down to our magnesium level. Hurry up. Okay. Ooh, or maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh, well, will you look at that? Magnesium galore. We're going to take 3 lots, which is what we want the most of. We're also going to grab... Okay, well, we're connected then. Not much, but a little bit extra. Oh, okay, we're still pulling silicon up. Beautiful. Silicon and yes, silicon and magnesium. How wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Alright, well, we've got something to process. Let's take that back. Oh. Empty. The connector is most likely empty as well. Excellent. Now I could go back and get more magnesium, but we did just get 270k. Boy, that went up fast. And I'm thinking 270k is a good point to start with. Don't think we need much more than that for the moment. But we've got excess there, so if we run out, we can go and get more. Okay. Alright. We've got silicon here as well. So we'll just grab a couple of larger silicon from here. We don't need all that much. Just 2 lots of silicon, yeah? Look at that. What we want from there, of course, is the uranium, but we will get to that soon enough. However, whilst that's processing that, it gives us a good opportunity now to work on our ship. Okay, I think that battery over there must have gone dry. So I did notice when we built up the battery after its damage, it didn't have all that much charge in it. I think we probably put a solar panel over there. Oh, hurry up and save. Thank you. Medium. Just not that one. We want this. Medium. Okay, to start with that. But we need to actually check, don't we? Not that one. Okay, what do we need? Steel plate, construction girders, computers, solar cells, and glass. Ugh. But not very many of all of the above. No, not that. Not that again. Okay. Construction components and girders are the other things we need. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. That's what I want. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Nice when they get round to fixing that again. Now, of course, the solar panel is going to be useless until the sun comes out, but at least it'll be able to recharge this battery over here, and we can get some indication of where ore deposits are for when we need them. Yeah, I thought that was the case. Battery's out. And we're about to save again. There we go. No, just a general stall that time. Alright. We'll just start with that and... okay. Yeah, that'll do. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be functional. Okay. Oh, come on. Thank you. Oh, what? I knew there was something else forgetting. Nearest point with large tubes. That would be... and amongst that cacophony of mess, our magnesium station. Didn't even check how many we needed. Let's just grab 10. Should be well and truly enough, I think, just for one panel. Yeah, one. Alright, so next when the sun comes up, that should recharge that battery up. With any luck, it should do the job. Yeah, it should do the trick. Look at that. So, excellent. Now we can get back to our task at hand. That way. Oh, a little bit harder than I wanted, but it'll do. should actually check what we want. Still access our jump drive. Okay, excellent. Well, superconductors is what we need on that, isn't it? And I don't think we don't have enough gold for all of them. So okay, we need to really find some gold, don't we? Not doing that now. That can wait. Yeah, out of superconductors. All right. Okay, so jump drive can wait. Yeah, maybe we'll take these on. Don't think I've got enough to do another complete one. Yeah, 8 short. That's alright. 10 of them and a whole truckload of them. Okay, we'll most likely need, yep, put them there. Yeah, might as well use up the construction components while we're carrying them. Oh, come on. Yeah, that one was a save. Batteries, that's right. Keep forgetting we've got a couple of batteries underneath here. Yeah, beep, 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 beep. Okay, oh crap, we need a lot of steel for those. Fortunately, I have a lot of steel. So we'll do that. Grab a truckload of this. I think we need, what, 1,000 per large atmospheric thruster or something or other. Oh, 100, okay. What the hell was that? I haven't even thought about placement of connectors yet to be able to dock up. Oh, okay, let's do dock up to this thing, but I think they're going to be up on top, probably punched straight into the side of our refinery. There is probably going to be the convenient spot. Also trying to decide, I think we'll run Tim just to help keep things and resources balanced inside the ship. I don't know, give that one some thought still, I think. And do our batteries need steel? They do. Excellent. Well, that's a large build-up for such a small amount of steel. Cool, cool, taking shape. What next? Metal grids, yeah, actually we'll do them. There's quite a few different things that need metal grids through there, so it's... and they're heavy buggers, so... it's like the large tubes, they're heavy as well, so... it's going to take a lot of trips back and forwards. Right, none for you, alright. What the hell? Something made it to the ground by the sounds of it. So I wonder where the hell that was. Sounded close. Oh. Oh, I see we're going through the Oort cloud again by the looks of it. And where are these meteors? Really? Oh my goodness. Greetings, both Jeffrey Boyle and what have we got? A Total T-Mig. Hope I pronounced that right. What I'm building here is a basic space probe ship, basically something to get me up into orbit. It's also got a jump drive in it, so it'll actually get me out to some of the other planets if I want them to, or at least get me some distance to be able to find resources. It's just a cobbled together, haphazardly sort of built combination starter slash hydrogen slash atmospheric craft. I thought I'd go with some completely weird design rather than the usual sort of ship design, just for something different and see how it went. I don't know about basic. It's a I say basic as in like a basic starter. It's got a single refinery, non-upgraded, a single assembler. So it can process some of its own materials and you could use it to build a base and stuff like that. So potentially it's just a large grid shuttle, more than anything, to go between my base here and maybe an orbital platform that I can use as a launch pad from in orbit up there. Something along those lines anyway. I've been working on it for a few episodes now. I've been trying to get my resources established properly down here. I've got a mining platform over there for magnesium and silicon. Over there we've got uranium and, well, it happened to find silicon as well over there, so as well as some iron floating around in one of them. Now, other heavy stuff. I mean, I probably should build a conveyor and a small cargo container out there so I can access all of this from out there rather than having to come back in all the time, but kind of lazy. I mean, I can access my conveyor system in through one of the pylons here, but nah. I think it's very it's a bit of an illusion. It's just very compact. I've tried to fit things in and make it very compact in design. I have to admit, it's probably one of the smallest large grid ships that I've built that should be space capable or orbit capable. As you can tell, we've got all up 3 hydrogen tanks. I figured it's going to need a lot, especially on the re-entry. It seems to be where you burn most of your hydrogen, I've noticed, on re-entry for braking. But I am also running a minor speed mod, which it doubles the speed, pushes it up to 200 meters a second, or just over for large grids, 200 meters a second for small grids. So in order to brake efficiently, especially, well, I don't even know how much it's going to weigh yet. And we can't tell whilst we're docked with the ground. I don't believe it'll actually tell us, will it? Oh no, here we go, 370,000 kilo. Actually, that's not too bad. Oh, yeah, I will admit, I don't actually play on servers. I actually just enjoy playing the game by myself. It's just in an offline game, this one here. And total teaming, yeah, in previous survival games I have actually built a little world ship to world up for me. I don't know, this time around I decided not to, because well, actually no particular reason. I just didn't want to take the time to actually build a little welding ship. I've got a grinding ship because I used it to grind down some pirate bases once I eliminated them. In fact, there's still one that I need to finish grinding down and stripping the resources out of. There's still a lot of... I haven't actually finished it. Oh, I had completely forgotten about that. I'm not going to space until I've done that, actually. This is a custom system that I created. That's why it's called Calizari system. It consists of 3 planets, 2 moons. Only 2 of the planets have got moons. I also went through and put in all the different pirate bases, and just to try and make it a bit of a challenge. It's probably a little bit tougher than a standard easy start. Not that much tougher, however. In this case, there were 3 pirate bases within range, or very nearly within range of my base here. That you actually had a small, I think it's about 400 meter square area of the base here that was actually safe. If you didn't go outside of it, the pirates wouldn't trigger and spawn a drone for you. So you could sort of, it had a little bit of a breather space you could hide behind, so to speak. There were just two standard, like all processing and drone, I think it was drone maintenance, and then over in that direction was actually a headquarters, which is quite a large base, so that one has only recently just been taken out. Yeah, I do agree. I generally, I don't know. You're right, I probably should build a little world ship to do it. But at this point I've come this far, I think it's not going to take much more to finish it up. I don't think, even running back and forwards. But I'm a different sort of gamer. I sometimes will even make it harder for myself, just to make it harder for myself. And for no other reason other than, yeah, I actually enjoy the game. I like the running back and forwards. It's just, I don't know, it's just cool. I don't know. Yeah, no, I fully agree. And like I said, in other games, in fact, I've got another survival game that's actually based off this exact same start world setup. And in that one I actually did build a world ship, and I use it to build up everything, including my mining platforms. In this one I've actually just left them as bare bones framework, except for like conveyors and actual drills and pistons and rotors. But yeah, in my other game I actually welded everything up, including all the, even though I have to grind it back down, like I said, I've got a grind ship there as well, so I actually use ships to actually weld up and grind down as is required. And you're right, it is definitely faster and does speed things up quite a lot. But I've been working on this particular ship build for, well, a few episodes now. Usually I go off, do something else. Stall that again. Go off, do something else, you know, like maintenance for the base and, you know, my mining platforms and stuff like that, and then I'll come back and do a little bit more on it. Or when I was working on taking out the pirates, I had laid the framework for this, and originally it was going to be an open cockpit. It got redesigned part way along actually to turn it into, believe it or not, so I'm going to actually say it, it actually has got a very much almost a frog-like look to it in generalised design or shape. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice high visibility airtight cockpit there, and a basic starter arrangement at the back. No, I've noticed most of those freezes occur just before an autosave. In my case, because I've got autosaves turned on, it does a freeze, and then like half a second or a second later you get the notification of an actual autosave. So unless it's freezing trying to write the XML out for the save, that's all I can put it down to is what it's potentially doing. But yeah, it's a little bit darn annoying, to be perfectly honest, especially if you're in the middle of doing something. And there have been occurrences because of some memory leaks in the client that you can hit an edge condition sometimes that will cause it to lock up as well, a very similar way. So half the time you don't know whether it's you've hit one of those conditions and it's frozen and crashed, or whether it's actually just locked up whilst it's actually doing a save. But I've gotten to the point of every time it freezes up now, it's sort of, alright, hurry up and save it, because 9 times out of 10 you get the notification of the save straight afterwards. Oh no, last tubes left. Alright, I think I'm going to do this, what the hell. We're going to get some components. I am getting tired of the flying back in and out, so I'm going to just quickly build up. No, we won't grab 100 of them. some of them, some of them, some of them, some of them. And I can't even remember what a small cargo container takes. The same displays and computers are extras. Displays and computers. And just to be on the safe side. Where are we? There it is. Okay, and now, do I have one in my list? I don't actually have one in one of my toolbars, do I? Well, we do now. Yeah, I figured I didn't grab enough. Metal, oh, large grid. Duh, I look at the small grid version of it. Oh, I don't know what else that bloody one needed. Hey, we'll give that a try. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. So at least now if I dump stuff in here, Tim will take it. And if we... small container 3, alright. Alright, Tim, give us some stuffs. Small tubes. Large. Yeah, I'll do the same. With another freeze. But is that just Tim, or did it give us a save? It doesn't tell us. Okay, what else do we need here? Well, we need some... we'll need some bulletproof glass. Well, in fact, we'll need a darn bloody lot of bulletproof glass. But we'll just fit that in, hope. We'll go with that. We'll configure up more as we need it. I know what we do need. We didn't have on the list. Motors, and we'll put... we'll put 500 of them. We're going to need more than that, but I don't think we can carry more than that at a time, so yeah. That's 2 down. Another 6 to go. Yeah, of course. And at least this way Tim will keep keeping this stocked up for us, so... Don't know why I didn't do that earlier. Less flight time. Haha. Where is that shooting this time? Oh, over that way. I don't know, I still think the frequency of these meteor storms is awfully high for a normal level. But that's just my humble opinion, as they say. Large tubes there. figured I hadn't finished all the large tube, but okay, well our reactors are actually on, so they're actually active. What are we up to? Might as well do them. Okay. We'll get to you. Get to you. You do need him. There we go. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, okay, that was a bit of an oversight. That was an oversight. That's better. Oh yeah, better finish that off too. Yeah, see, I did that one, not that one. And we're overlooking our doors altogether. Missed the steel plate on them. Missed the steel plate on them. No, not quite. Bit tight getting in there, but as long as you can get it in and out, I suppose that's all that matters. Thinking that being only sub 400,000 kilograms, I'm pretty sure that the two. There we go. This I think is a save. Well, Jeff's frozen again. Yep, there we go. Save. Okay, metal grids. Oh, you nearly got you done. Do need to add the conveyors for that. That will actually coming off our refinery there. And I'll be sticking a connector up on the top of our refinery so we can use a ship to dock to it to dump stuff in it. Might have to put a junction there actually so I can put a connector the other way, because one of my ships got a connector down, one of them's got a connector back. So and as I sort of mix and match those arrangements with different ships, let's make it multi-compatible. And give me motors. Okay. Okay. And here's another meteor storm. Cool. Just the thing I was missing. I haven't got computers yet either, but yeah, look at that, didn't add that to the list either. This list gets bigger. Where are we going space-wise? Oh, beautiful. Excellent, excellent, and excellent. Yeah. What are you needing? Computers? Okay. Have some computers. And you also some computers. I know they need displays as well, but I haven't got them yet. One each, that's nothing. I can go and get them manually, I think. Well, through that same cargo, just don't have to use Tim for it. Wonderful. You needing again? Displays for you as well. Construction components and what else? And displays and bulletproof glass. Okay. Components and bulletproof glass. And display, thank you. Don't need anywhere near that much, but hey, it'll go back there. Freezing again. Another save. But yes, as you mentioned, as I mentioned as well, it's damn annoying, rather frustrating, and I really hope they can optimise that so that they can eliminate it. I honestly don't know why they shouldn't be able to. Everything else is being done asynchronously. Why can't they asynchronously write out whilst the game is in action? Doesn't need to lock everything up. Okay, Mr. Computer. Oh, and I've still overlooked our batteries underneath there. Keep forgetting they're there. Alright, one basic fundamental airlock. Well, fundamental or basic, I don't know. Cheap ass maybe. No elaborate code behind it. Yeah, so we lose a little bit of air each time. And I forgot all about that as well. Good. Yeah, it's time to do this. Okay. All right. Hey, I like that. That's looking pretty nice, I think. Could have painted it. Nah. Yeah. I hate painting things up. It's a matter of trying to think of the colour scheme, and I always seem to end up doing something like that. Standard red and black. I like the combination. This always seems to work out, although that's a darker red than the default. But in the end you end up with a lot of things that are red and black, and it gets a bit much after a while. Even for me. Okay, let's have a look. What do we need here? Computers and power cells. Well, that's a good thing to go and do now. Computers and power cells. And I think that just leaves our jump drive, which can't do just yet, and these large, yeah, that's what I thought, and these large atmospheric thrusters. And we're freezing again. Yep, and a save. That is actually one thing that does almost prompt me to turn auto saves off, is to see if I can eliminate that stall out. But then the problem you have is forgetting to actually save and having something disastrous happen and not being able to go back to a save because you didn't save for the last hour or 2 hours or 5 hours or whatever. And that can be rather frustrating in itself. And yes, I have had that happen, which is why I generally run with auto saves turned on, so that I can go back and recover an absolute disastrous event. Okay. I think that's all we need. Oh look, daylight. Our solar panel should be kicking in now. Okay, that's all good there. Now we actually need to put some conveyor in here, don't we? Just trying to think about what we're going to do. Whether I'll just run conveyor tube in a couple of elbows, or I'll put a junction and then just a single elbow off onto it. I think maybe a junction. It gives us more avenue to attach into that at a later stage, which is always a good thing. And it saves us having to scramble to try and find a way of connecting into it later. Just like that. So I was actually just looking at one of our reactors, and there's a suspicion that the reactor is actually in the conveyor network because it's through the refinery. And I'm going to have to check that, because I thought neither of them actually would line up. No. Yes. And yes. So let's just check this. Inventory, reactors. Yeah, okay, that's not going to help. Can't pull either of them to me, so no, they're not in the conveyor network. Okay. That one over there's going to be fun to get at. Actually, that's going to be a pain. Oh no, I can get in there. That's alright. I was going to say that's a bit of a pain. I'm going to change that. That's just too inconvenient. Okay, so we need more conveyor, but who cares? Ugly spot on top of the ship. Let's do that, and that. Oh no, not such an ugly spot. It's not that big an eyesore. It works. It works. Now, we are going to stop this stream at that point there. I know we're very close to finishing it off. It's going to take a little while to actually finish off those large engines. They take 1,000, what is it, 1,100 and something motors? Yeah, 1,136 motors. And it's freezing on us again, so it's obviously going to save again. So, yeah, that's it for this stream. We will continue building this up, probably finishing it off tomorrow, with the exception of the jump drive. We don't have the gold to be able to produce the remaining superconducting components. But hey, I'm pleased with the way that's come along so far. Still racking my brain as to what name I'm going to give it. It'll probably be something aquatic by the looks of it, because as I said before, it kind of reminds me of a frog, so maybe I'll give it some sort of a froggy sort of name, or a lizard maybe. It's got a sort of a lizardy head. Seems very short for a lizard, but hey, we'll go with whatever inspires me at the time once we decide to try and take off the first time. Anyway, let's just jump over here and shoot past our med bay. Yeah, let's just fix up our oxygen tanks. They can go in there as well. Tim will take care of them for us. Restock everything. Recharge everything. Now, tomorrow we'll probably start scanning around and see if we can find a source of gold. I would actually like to finish off the jump engine before we actually leave the planet for the first time, even just the first time I'd still prefer to. I'm sure there's some gold around somewhere. We do need to head back over that general direction over there, back to the pirate headquarters, and finish salvaging, well actually finish disarming the base. There's still a lot of internal turrets and booby traps that we need to actually eliminate before we can access all the materials that are there. And that's probably got what we want over there actually. But for now, that's it for this episode of Calizari System Survival. Thank you everybody for dropping by and chatting. Feel free to drop by anytime. I like having people drop by. I like chatting whilst I'm actually building. Even though I don't play online games in servers, I do actually enjoy the interaction. So thank you for dropping by. Happy engineering, and hopefully I'll see you again another time.